Sabrina Rodriguez playing with a car I wish I was playing with. What do you got there?
I snagged it from you, Paul, and you can't take it away from me. This is so cool. So the brand new Tesla all-electric vehicle, and this beautiful car is owned by this man. This is Mac. He is a high-tech mogul here in the Sacramento area. This is the very first one of these in all of Sacramento. You got it.
Yes, it's an awesome, awesome car, and I'm very happy to show it to you today.
Okay, so talk to me about some of the really cool features, and one of the best ones starts right up here at the front.
Yeah, what you'll see here is that under the hood, this car is not like any other car on the road. Basically, there's no engine.
Okay.
And not only that, that means there's no gas. So I have no option to fill this up with gas whatsoever. It's 100% electric, which means I only pay $6 to $8 to fill up my quote-unquote tank of gas.
Awesome. All right, so how far can this thing go on a single charge? Because that's one of the really cool things about Tesla's invention here, because it can go farther than any other electric vehicle out there.
Yes, this is one of the big things with electric cars is people are always worried that like how far can I go? This car can go 300 miles on a single charge, and it can charge in under an hour.
Very, very cool. Now, one of the other really neat features about it is everything that's inside, because there's all kinds of amenities on the interior as well. And this is such a cool thing. I love how this little switch controls the handles.
Yes, it's awesome. You can simply open it up, and everything inside, it's just as sophisticated on the inside as it is on the outside. It's basically like all the user interface and everything. It's like a big iPad. It's so easy to use.
Very cool. So we're going to get inside now while Mac is going to be going around and showing us that. But one of the things that I was talking to him about is the cost. Because so he was saying that these started about $50,000 for the basic model. He got all the cool bells and whistles as I let Jono into the car. All the cool bells and whistles. So it was about $117,000 with tax, but you're getting a nice little rebate too.
Well, and you think about it, I'm going to save $36,000 in gas over the life of the car. And just like cell phones and all other kinds of technology, it's going to get cheaper and cheaper with each generation. It'll be able to go further. It's really definitely the future. And the best part is that this is an American-made car. You know, I used to always have to buy German cars or stuff in the past, but this is the first American car company and the first electric car that's not dorky and is totally reliable.
So the really cool thing about this is that everything's kind of controlled on this pad. Obviously, I just opened the sunroof right now. There's a bunch of other things you can do here too.
Yes, absolutely. I can look at my driving range, I can check out trips, I can even change the suspension and how far the car rides off the ground. It's incredible.
So cool. All right, and another thing, there is a wait list though. You had to wait a very long time to get this car. What's the wait list right now?
Well, right now, if you ordered it today, you'd get it in 2015. So Tesla knows, like everybody's going crazy. It got named Motor Trend Car of the Year. And people are paying attention. America's back, and they've got great new cars, and people want them around the world.
All right, so I'm going to drive this thing, because let's be honest, I'm not going to get in a car this nice and not drive it. So, Jono, I'm kicking you out of the car, and I'm going to give the microphone over to Chris, because we can't drive off with a wired mic. Guys, Paul, I am so sorry, because I know you really wanted to drive this thing.
I know how sorry you are.
Okay.
All right, all right. Well,
she's not sorry at all.
We will sit and watch as Sabrina drives off in the car I was supposed to be driving when the show began.
Wow.
I'm sure she hurried back from the CHP. But
Oh,
yeah,
wow, that is beautiful.
I tell you, the technology there is super cool, and it's a price tag that's out of reach of a lot of people. But
$70,000 worth of bells and whistles. Because you said the base price was $50 grand, and then he added on another $70,000 of. I'm curious what else this car can do.
The thing for me is that the bells and whistles.
Coming up, this is Saturday in downtown Sacramento, and it is a merging of the minds. We have Pedro DePino from Etta Ray's, which is representing the mortar store, and then we have Drewski, Andrew Blaskovich, who has Drewski's Hot Rod Kitchen. You're probably familiar with it. We've definitely been sampling their food on more than one occasion. They have teamed up. They're going to be a team, and you can see the shirt right here. Spin around so I can show it, Pedro. We've got Pedski, the merging of the minds. So talk a little bit about this competition and what, I know that you guys aren't going to actually make the dish you're going to be competing with this Saturday.
Secret.
What are you making for us today?
Today we're going to do a mac and cheese that Drew normally does at the restaurant and on the truck. We got some mac noodle here, some bacon lardon that's been fried up nice and crispy.
I've already tried it. It's amazing.
It's delicious. We got a nice little Mornay cheese sauce right here that we warmed up. Toss that in there and bake it down and crumb the top of it. And then we're going to top it with a little fried arugula.
Okay, so you guys are going to be competing against some other fantastic chefs, both food truck chefs and brick and mortar chefs. What is this all about, Drewski?
It's all about the kids. It's Toys for Tots. All the proceeds go to Toys for Tots and the California Firefighters Foundation, which helps out the fallen firefighters' children. And all the proceeds go to that, and this time of the year they really need some help. So
tickets are $45 and you get to sample all the amazing food. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys start combining all of this up. Oh, by the way, do you see, I think they're trying to buy my vote. They've got me a shirt with my own name, and I'm going to be one of the judges this Saturday.
You're part of the crew. You know, you gotta get down with
Uh-oh. No, I'm concerned. I will not be saying how I feel about the food. So I'm going to do a little sampling later on. Okay, so what are we putting together next?
Next, we're going to do a focaccia with smoked chicken we smoked earlier. So we're smoking some chicken breast, some Bosc pears, some Gruyere cheese, and some bacon, and a little bit of herb mayo.
And so when you guys were deciding what you wanted to create, by the way, again, this is not what you're going to be sampling on Saturday. You guys will have a different flavor.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about pork and honey, right? Those are the two ingredients that you have to use for Saturday's event?
Yes, two ingredients. Pork and honey will be the main feature ingredient. So we'll do a sweet dish and a savory dish. Can't tell you what it is. You got to come down and check it out.
Oh.
We're doing that scratch baked Twinkies.
Oh, okay. And then they also, they've got a little secret that they're going to be sharing just with our Fox 40 viewers. So we know about the Hostess situation and that Twinkies are selling for just a lot of money on eBay. They're going to be making some Twinkies from scratch for the folks who come out to Saturday's event, and we're going to be sampling some of their creations when we come back out here to close out the show. Eric, back to you.
Twinkies not made by...
Morning to you.
Morning, how are you?
I'm doing well. Now, this is something that is very new to me. Sure, I've gotten on a mechanical bull before, but this is professional. This is the real deal. How did you get into this, and how does it work?
Well, I actually grew up I was 6 years old the first time I actually witnessed bull riding, so I kind of fell in love with the sport then, and yeah, I decided at a young age that this is what I want to do for a living, and I didn't know if I could do it for a profession, but luckily for me, I worked at it, and it ended up being, you know, something I do for a living.
Show it to us. How do you do this thing?
Well, it's not a lot to it. I mean, I brought a little bit of equipment with me.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, this is the only thing that keeps us on the back of a bull. This is our rope. We call it a bull rope. And the glove we put on our hand, basically the glove is just so we don't burn our hand. And
oh, this has been through, huh?
So, yeah, so the rope basically has a handle in it and a tail, and you wrap this around the bull and pull it up so it's firm and it doesn't slip, and this is about all that you hold on to. So there's not a lot keeping you on the back of them.
So how do you? What is the key to
if you put your hand, just put your hand up the other way, yeah,
okay.
right there. Now put your hand in there like that, and what we'd do, we'd pull it up tight, and then this tail right here, we would wrap around the back of your hand like that. And if you open your hand again, open your hand up, put that back, all the fingers.
Okay.
Put that in your hand, now close it. And that's it. That's all you'll be doing to hang on.
That's not a lot to hold on to. Now, is it one hand?
It's one hand. It's a one-handed competition. You're not allowed to touch them with your free hand, otherwise you get disqualified. And you know, basically you got to stay on for 8 seconds, and you want a bull to be able to buck as hard as he can, and you've got to obviously look like you're in the best control you can to get the best score.
Now, one thing I noticed right away, this glove looks like it has been through some serious love and rough work there.
Well,
what happens?
Well, it actually hasn't. This is a relatively new glove, but we put rosin on it, a substance called rosin, which makes it sticky. As you can see, you couldn't really open your hand for a second.
Yeah.
When we warm that up on the tail, it gets really hot, and it helps us just hang on a little bit. It's not really anything more than that keeps us on there, so that every little bit of stick and little bit of help you can get kind of help you out, because you've got a up to 2,000-pound bull. Basically, his momentum's going this way, and yours is trying to go backwards, so anything you can help grip is more that you can
I noticed an accent. Tell me real quick, where are you from? I'm
originally from Australia. I live in California now. Live down in Hollister, so I've been here in California for about 6 years now, so it's, you know, I love it over here. And,
Convention Center. The Broadway musical Rock of Ages has made its way to Sacramento. Zareen Adamji is getting kind of a behind-the-scenes look down there at the Community Center Theater.
That's right, guys. We're in the costume department, and we have two actors here with us. We have Universo, he plays Stacy Jacks, and we have Megan, she plays Regina. And guys, this is probably the most unexpected thing I found in this room right now. It's a bottle of vodka. I thought maybe you guys were partying last night, but that's actually not the reason at all, right? Tell me about why this would be in the Rock of Ages costume room.
Sure. It's an old theater trick where you spray vodka on the clothes to keep the smell down.
That's really interesting. So you just...
That's just a big lie. So, no, but yeah.
Now I heard, Universo, that you have a very shy personality off air. Your character, obviously, on air. Tom Cruise, for example, played your character in the big screen. Your character's crazy.
Yeah.
Tell me about how the costumes maybe help you get into character.
Absolutely. It's, you know, what I like to say is you put enough mascara and leather and chaps on any guy, he's gonna, you know, be outrageous. So, you know, these costumes are just, you know, they're amazing. I mean, look at this, you know? A lot of fake zebras died to make this jacket. I'm just gonna let you know that, okay? And go ahead.
And Megan, show us some of your costumes. I know you have some great ones as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a little number. We put this underneath this, a little Olivia Newton-John-esque number happening. It's just good, and it's so colorful and vibrant, and I think it really captures the 80s really great.
Very, very 80s, definitely. And one other thing we found in here that I thought was kind of interesting was a sewing machine. And when you think of, you know, a show, you think everything is ready to go. You know, you have your outfits, they're going to be perfect. Why is that there? How many times do you guys maybe run back or rip something and need it fixed?
Sure, we have. I mean, there's kind of always alterations happening, but if there's an emergency, we always have someone back here to sew you up really quick or pin you in quick, and then later we'll get it sewn back up or whatever it may be. But we're always very grateful for whoever is sitting in that chair. It's great.
Universal, I think you had a story about clothing malfunction, right?
Yeah, you know, you have them. I mean, you know, with the Stacey Jaxx character, he's wearing a lot of scarves and leather, and just he's got things going on, you know, everywhere. So, you know, things happen and things rip all the time, and you know, it's a lot of last-minute changes. But we have great people working, you know, with us in wardrobe and, you know, hair as well. You know, yeah, a lot of wig, yep. You know, malfunctions, and I mean, things just happen, and they're great, and they fix them, boom, back out.
Absolutely. And speaking of hair, coming up in the next half hour, we're going to actually talk to the wig designer. She has some fantastic hair items for us, guys.